Tisha Littlejohn, and welcome to As Healthy Talks. And similar to my website, As Healthy Feels, we'll be discussing things related to living a healthier lifestyle. Now, I'm a vegan, I practice intermittent fasting, and I also minimize my sugar as much as possible. So we always cover those subjects. But we also cover other subjects related to living a healthier lifestyle. So today we're going to talk about the 80-20 rule that applies to losing weight. But first, I want to introduce you to my guests. Yay, my friends. My great friend, Kim, and her husband, Manny.
Wow.
Love y'all. How y'all doing?
All right.
Thank you for being on my show.
Thank you for having us.
So what we're going to do, what'd you say?
It's an honor.
It's an honor, yay! Hey. We're going to first just kind of talk about health in general. So you guys, let me know what you think about like health. What does that mean to you, living a healthy lifestyle?
Well, at our age, because we are in our 50s, it's very important for us to live a healthy lifestyle. We pretty much apply like the 80-20 rule. 80% of our lifestyle is very healthy. And then, you know, there's the 20% where some people call that cheating. We just call it regular eating. So, you know, we try to eat healthy on a regular basis. We do exercise on a regular basis, not to lose weight, but just to keep the body in shape, keep the body toned, and, you know, keep the muscles strong.
Manny, do you have any goals right now, like health related or food related goals or fitness goals, anything that you're working toward?
Yeah, at the age of 60, I plan on having no body fat.
Oh wow! So what percentage you at now?
I don't know.
But you good.
See, I don't go by no strict thing. She cooks well, she eats well, we don't overeat. And being a diabetic too, you know, I gotta keep the sugar down.
Oh wow.
And but I don't feel like a diabetic too, because when you work out, it goes in remission sometimes. I just don't feel like a diabetic too, but eating healthy, I want to add years to my life.
Yeah.
You know, it adds years to life. It's not easy. You get up 5 in the morning sometimes, you don't want to do it, but you gotta do it.
So what's holding you back from your goal? Because you said when you're 60, how old are you?
I'm 50. I'll be 57 in February.
So he's working towards
right. So you have
zero body fat.
3 years to get to zero.
I plan on from the age of 58 to 60 be real strict.
Yeah.
My kryptonite is eggs and cookies. Why? I want to see. My thing is this right here. At a certain age, you just can't eat like you're 17 years old. And now...
Yeah, we ate like that before. We're not saying
food was better back then.
Which is true, yes, because by us being in our 50s, we grew up in the 70s and 80s, and food was a lot better for you. It didn't have all the chemicals that are in there today. It had no GMOs. GMOs weren't even invented back then.
Right, exactly.
So, you know, when people try to compare foods from that, well, our parents ate pork and they ate this. Yeah, but it was a different type of pork.
Right.
It was natural pork. They weren't feeding those pigs the steroids and chemicals and all the things that they were doing now. So, yeah, they could eat that food back then because it was better for you back then. Now all our food is fake. It's processed, it's created in the lab, it's GMO.
And you know GMOs are so bad because it's not just because they're genetically modified, it's because of the fact that they did that so that they can put the Roundup fertilizer on it.
Yeah.
You got 30 countries that don't accept American food.
Wait a minute.
Well, America is the only country that allows GMOs.
Yeah.
Every other country in the world, GMOs are illegal. Question yourself. Ask yourself, why are they illegal in other countries?
There's also, America is like the only country that allows certain hormones
and chemicals
to be put into the cows to make them produce more milk.
Correct.
That is very dangerous for us. You mentioned the 80-20 rule, which I like that rule too, but we're going to talk about the 80-20 rule that applies to losing weight. So basically it's real simple. 80% of your effort should go into your diet.
Yes.
And 20% goes into your workout.
Yes, I agree.
I've said that to someone. I said that to someone one time, and they was like, why do it take 80% to just pick up a fork and eat? I'm like, no, it's not about that.
Right.
Discipline is hard.
It's the right food.
It's about eating the right foods, and that involves research at times. It involves figuring out what works for you, because what I do probably don't work for everybody. Okay, and what some other people do, I know people that eat 1 meal a day. I don't do that. But figuring out exactly what foods you like, and like say that's something that you think you cannot live without, find a way to enjoy it made a different way. So that's part of that.
Or not as often.
80% of your effort could be in perfecting that recipe. that is similar to this other recipe that you loved your whole life that is full of fat and carbs and everything else, right?
To eat healthy is expensive.
No, it's not.
To me, it is because
let's not debate about that.
I debate about that because when I go in these stores and I see them put olive oil next to the 99-cent oil.
It is true. This is what it is. The products itself are more expensive. However, when you are doing this, you are changing your lifestyle. So that means you are no longer buying
Right, exactly.
So the money that you would spend on Twinkies, cookies, and cereal, you can now spend on your health.
And wait a minute, listen to this. We were talking about the 80-20% rule, right?
Right, what we talking about?
So if it's 80% towards your diet, then instead of spending that money at the gym, work out at home, spend more money on your food.
Right.
Because 80% goes toward your diet. 20% towards your workout. Now let me, hold on. Not you, but listen. Let's break it down because we understand, but sometimes people don't really understand. You might tell them something like, well, don't do this because it's bad for you. But explaining exactly why is what I want to do.
Right.
When you think about losing weight, 3,500 calories is 1 pound of fat. So if you want to lose 1 pound of fat, then you need to burn 3,500 calories. So if you want to do that a week, that means you have to burn 500 calories a day.
Yeah.
You have to burn that over what you've eaten. So if you're taking 2,000 calories a day, you got to burn 2,500, right? So that's going to be easier for someone that's on that diet or less than somebody that's eating 4,000 calories. And they got to burn 4,500. I know this is simple math, but I'm just breaking it down. So
and then
now,
the type of calories.
Right, of course, but let me finish. So now, think about this too. There are foods that are loaded with calories that people don't realize. So one thing to do is just look at the labels. You can go to any restaurant, I mean not every restaurant, but especially fast food places or even chain places, they have the calorie count of each thing on their menu. You can go online and find it. You can use an app that'll tell you what exact calories you're eating.
Always find out
there's so many ways to kind of understand that.
Fats in there.
Because there's a lot of the bad foods are loaded with calories and they're empty calories. Foods that are healthier, you mentioned spending more money, but you eat less. Because you're eating,
I do eat less.
You will eat less because you got fiber and proteins in those foods and they're filling you up.
We don't eat a lot.
And you don't have to eat that. That's probably why you don't eat it.
We actually don't eat a lot.
You are eating foods that are filling you up.
Yeah.
Versus people who are eating the empty calories.
Have a healthy amount
they have to eat more, so they're more calories. They end up eating more because they're not full, because they're eating the bad foods. And now you're trying to exercise that away.
Right.
You would have to be Superman or Superwoman to exercise that away on a regular basis and maintaining it. Maintaining it is the issue. I've had friends, they've lost weight and I feel so bad for them because they will work out and it's a big deal and they're like me, have a weight issue. And then once they've gotten there, they're happy. But and then they chill out. It's not that, and this where the worst part is not that they start eating again. They slow on their exercise, and that was what actually made them lose the weight. It wasn't the eating. They might have cut down a little bit with the food, but they relied more on the exercise, and that's why they gained the weight back.
People work out, they lose weight, they get cocky. When they get cocky, okay, I'm settled. You gotta keep going. Don't give up. Keep going. And
you gotta do something that you can maintain. That's the whole thing, because it's like you said, don't diet. I'm saying the same thing. Make this something that you can maintain, something that you can do for the rest of your life.
Take 45 minutes
and then once you start doing it for your life, like my body, if I eat a cookie and somebody else eats a cookie, my body is gonna automatically burn that sugar off better than that other person because my body, I work out, I feed it right, so we burn sugar and the bad carbs quicker and faster than your average person who's not working out. So me eating a Twinkie at one time is not as bad as your average person who's eating a Twinkie. Because mine's gonna go right out, because my body's used to clearing that stuff out. I drink the teas that, clear your system, so it leaves my body quicker than others.
So as a diabetic, it's a total different thing. Okay, I can't afford to over sugar, so I gotta drink teas to help me. I use teas, regular natural teas, but I drink a lot of dandelion, buttocks.
We talked about that.
I use Thistle. You gotta drink the teas, and it cleans my liver and it cleans my bladder, and it helps me because I can't burn. I'm diabetic too. We don't release no sugar at all.
Right.
So sugar stays in me. So I have to have a way to release it. So I gotta work out. I don't have a. If I start working out, I just go to 250 just like that.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? So I gotta, in my mind, I gotta keep working out. Because if I stop, I know I'll get big.
And working out, I just want to make sure I make it clear too. Working out is important. Just because I said 20% doesn't mean that it's important, because I would just say 100% diet.
Yeah, and it doesn't have to be every day. People don't realize 20 minutes 2 times a week is good.
Yeah.
That's really all you have to do.
It's better than nothing.
But a good 20 minutes.
5 days.
And everybody can do it. Yeah. There is no excuse, I don't have the time. People have time for what they want.
Make time for self.
That time that you're sitting on the couch watching Scandal or watching this show,
that shit gonna work out.
You could be running on the treadmill.
With the DVR,
you could be sitting on the couch, pumping some weight while you watching the show.
With the DVR, you can tape it and go work out and come back and watch it. People just lazy. With all this technology.
Well, let me tell you what I like to do. I'll get on my stationary bike, and it does work out more than just my legs, because it got the thing to do.
Oh, yeah.
And I watch the Netflix shows that I missed.
Right.
So I like to multitask. So what I like to talk about, make sure we cover, is ways for people to eat better. Because this, for us, I think because we're so committed to living a healthier lifestyle, we know what's not good for us and why it's not good, that it's easier. But you got to consider everyone. There are people who this seems very foreign, the idea of just taking away all these things that they love. So when I mentioned the cheat day before, I was saying that because some people, it's going to be hard for them to just be healthy real quick. And it might not even be, they might need a couple of cheat days when they start,
It's a shock to the system.
I mean, even a week, they might need a couple of cheat days a week, and I don't want someone to watch it and say, I cannot do that. That's better than 7. Okay, they might have had 7 cheat days before, which is mostly the case. But no, I'm just saying. So let's be sure that you understand that everybody's not. It's all different types of people out there. There's people that be watching this. I had met some women the other day that was just all ready to get full of give me just information from me, and I told them I was doing this show today, and so I want to make sure I'm saying things that'll help them, because I'm sure they'll be watching. And so cheat days is one. Eating, if you don't want to give up everything, just start incorporating more vegetables on your plate. So you can still eat some of the things you like, but just make sure that plate is like
green vegetables.
Maybe say 60%, 70% or something like
vegetables.
that.
And then not only that, learn how to cook the foods you like in a better manner. And anything you can make in a healthier manner. Right. There's always a way to just make it a little healthier.
Exactly. And the other thing that I was going to mention, so those are the 3. Those were 2. The first one is add more vegetables. The other one was have a cheat day. And the third one is check those labels.
Yes.
Check the labels. It will make you put a product down once you look at that label.
I read the labels. I'm trying to avoid saturated fats, all that chemical stuff. If you don't know what it is, look it up. You'd be amazed what it really is.
And then when we're talking about doing the math with your calorie intake and how many calories you burn, that's something you should be looking at, is the calories if you're going to be doing that. Because you don't even have to guess if you're going to lose weight. If you know that you have to burn 500 calories a day, then if you know you've done that, then you know you're in the right direction, you're doing the right thing. So I want to thank y'all, but real quick, like I did the last show, I want to talk about my lovely shirts.
I got one, she brought me one.
See?
I got treated, I ain't get one.
I'm going to give him one, but I just assumed he didn't want this pink shirt, but I know time.
Real men wear pink.
I was watching RuPaul Drag Race one time, and I think it was the 2nd season. It was my favorite one, drag queen. His name was Raja, and he was so slim and beautiful and gorgeous. And he was walking down the runway, and RuPaul said, "Nothing tastes as good as skinny feels." And I said, wait a minute. It seemed like a light bulb went off, and I said, food ain't that important. But then I was like, well, I'm not really want to be skinny. This guy was.
No, I don't want to be skinny.
I don't want to be skinny, but then that's why I said I'm going to change it to healthy. And what it's supposed to do is make you understand the value of being healthy and how those foods are not that important. I like the saying, and I think this is to be a reminder for you to just, I do that. I think of it sometimes when I want to eat something bad, I say, nothing tastes as good good as healthy feels. And I remind myself of how good it feels now that I'm healthier. And so that's just what these shirts are for. They are on our website. My website is ashealthyfeels.com. So I hope you guys come check it out. They're on sale. And I don't know when you're watching the video, but right now they're on sale. So you have anything else you can
be disciplined and don't give up.
It takes a lot of discipline. Don't give up.
When the day you don't really feel like working out, get up and do it. Never miss 2 days in a row.
And it's really important to do it, especially for, not to bring race into it, but especially for black people, because it is a fact that our race is tending to be one of the most unhealthiest races in this country. We are dying of things that are preventable.
Preventable, exactly.
Heart disease, high blood pressure, diabetes, these are things that are preventable. Yes, some of them are hereditary, but they can be managed hereditary, through a proper diet and exercise and just a little bit every day, just a little bit. You don't have to be as extreme as us, but just a little bit every day.
Just be disciplined.
Will help.
And people, we hear that, and I used to hear to be disciplined, and it did help me thinking that way, or reminding myself to be disciplined. But the way I was able to finally get to the place where I'm at, and I'm still moving forward, but that was by really totally understanding why certain things are better for me and why certain things are not good for me. And that's what this show is all about. Just educating, giving as much information as I can and my guests can. And so we hope to continue, and I know we will have more guests with as much knowledge. We'll have Kim on again for sure, and probably Manny too. So thank you.
Thank you. Bye everybody.
Bye.
Guns.